Ladies and gentlemen, the latest development in the John Durham special counsel is absolutely amazing. Definitely share this segment because Durham is using the U.S. government, the same government, through individuals loyal to the Democratic Party, so through government individuals that happen to be loyalists of the Democratic Party, teamed up with operatives and people who were paid by the Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee. In 2016, they were working in unison. In 2022, John Durham indicted, his third indictment, Michael Sussman. Michael Sussman lied to James Baker, the top legal counsel at the Bureau. What he's doing now is using an FBI special agent. Now, this is according to a Law and Crime article, and there's other information as well. You can look at the profile. He's an attorney, TechnoFog, on Twitter. And you can see that a letter from special counsel John Durham to Michael Sussman's attorneys talked about how they're going to utilize an expert witness that happens to be a special agent at the Bureau to discuss, to address the possibility that such purported data was fabricated, altered, manipulated, or intentionally generated for the purpose of creating the false appearance of communication between Trump and a Moscow-based bank, or Alpha Bank. Whether the DNS data and the defendant provided the Bureau and agency to supports the conclusion that a secret communication channel existed between and or among Trump Organization, Alpha Bank, and or Spectrum Health. Okay, so they also engaged in surveillance of Trump while he was president in February of 2017. But this is very interesting. This is very, very interesting because Sussman's attorneys are saying that, well, they don't have enough time for cross-examination, and they didn't realize that there would be an expert witness who worked as a special agent of the Bureau. And they're arguing you don't have to be a legal scholar to understand what's going on. They're saying, hey, wait a second, the only thing you're doing with Michael Sussman is accusing him of lying to James Baker about being paid by Clinton. Other than that, there's nothing else he did wrong. So why are you bringing up all the information that he obtained? His attorneys, the third person indicted for lying to the Bureau about why he was giving information, is saying, well, what does it matter that the information was fabricated? That he wanted they wanted to appease VIPs in the VIPs that were paying them, okay? Because if you look at the factual background of the Sussman indictment, it talks about how the tech executive, the researchers that worked alongside the indicted attorney basically stated, hey, they don't have anything. They don't have anything on Trump, okay? And what they have isn't going to fly in the court of public opinion. Here, this is on page 10 of the indictment. In connection with this tasking, and as alleged in further detail below, Tech Executive 1's goal was to support an inference, a narrative regarding Trump that would please certain VIPs. Hit subscribe to this channel right now because I'm going to give you exactly why that special agent is going to serve as a witness in the Sussman case. And his attorneys are upset. And the reason they're upset is because the reason for this third indictment, so you have Kleinsmith, Danchenko, and now Sussman, the attorney that was hired by Clinton. Hit subscribe to this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost at 200,000 subscribers. Hit subscribe. Tell your friends about this channel. Word of mouth is the best thing possible. Let's get to 200,000 if you enjoy my work. The reason that all of this information is coming out in court, and the reason that Sussman's attorneys do not want this information out there, is because the reason he lied to James Baker, he needed to give the FBI a pretext. So he knew James Baker, the top legal counsel, who should have known better, who obviously knew that Sussman was being paid by Clinton. So Sussman's attorneys would be better off if his defense was, hey, they all knew what was going on, but they don't want to go there because that's a whole bag of worms. Then they have to admit that they were setting up and framing Trump. Then Sussman will have to implicate, and eventually he probably will, people at the Bureau, like Comey, like Strzok, like McCabe, like Kleinsmith, like Baker, who worked to undermine Trump. All they needed was a reason. Sussman provided the reason. Now they're saying, well, we didn't know. We were duped by this attorney hired by Clinton. Oh, by the way, a lot of the information that he gave us eventually turned out to be false and manipulated and useless. And you know what? He gave us all of that information. You know what? Maybe it was because he wanted to deceive the government to go after his direct political rival. It says right here in page 10 in connection with this tasking. So you can look also in or around the same period and in connection with Tech Executive One's joint effort with Sussman, Tech Executive One similarly tasked Originator One and two computer researchers who worked at a U.S.-based university to search broadly through internet data for any information about Trump's potential ties to Russia. In connection with this tasking and alleged further detail below, Tech Executive One's goal was to support an inference and a narrative regarding Trump that would please certain VIPs, not that would protect the country from interference. Not that would, protect U.S. national security, protect certain VIPs. The VIPs were obviously the people who paid him, Clinton, the people that he lied about when he was saying, I'm only coming on my own. So Sussman texted Baker, hey, I'm only coming on my own. That's the reason he's going to lose that court case. And that's the reason he's going to serve, either if he doesn't agree to a plea deal, he'll serve prison time because he actually texted the government. Then the government's turning on him now. But the reality I'm trying to tell everybody is that what Durham is doing is pitting the United States government versus people that were utilizing loyalists within the United States government. So that's the issue here. That's the issue. The issue is that he specifically lied not because he truly thought. Like, his attorneys are saying, well, why are you bringing up the type of data, the nature of the data, the cyber security information? Why are you bringing up all the surveillance of Trump? Because it was all to please certain VIPs. It was all to, remember Reddit's STONETEAR? Okay, you could look up, Reddit's STONETEAR. Okay, you could look up very VIP emails. Hillary Clinton's network host asked Reddit to delete very VIP emails. This is old school. And by the way, I want a Hillary Clinton Trump 2024, believe me. And I'm not being facetious on that. We're still living in 2016. We need a Hillary Clinton Donald Trump 2024, okay? Because by that time, we'll have a whole bunch of people indicted in the Durham probe, and she'll very likely want to run, because then Durham might not be able to, or it would be impossible for John Durham to indict Madam Secretary or get close to the Clinton campaign at that point, especially if she runs. But I mean, we need to exercise the demons of 2016. We're still living in 2016. That's a real problem. A collaborative investigation showed us a Reddit user with a username STONETEAR requested help in relation to retaining and purging emails. Computer specialists who deleted Clinton emails may have asked Reddit for tips. So you have VIPs. They're referring to the Clinton campaign officials as VIPs. Okay, and this was done all throughout. For years in 2014 and 2016, they were referred to as VIPs. And the same VIP label is now being used in the Durham probe special counsel. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. That's why Sussman's attorneys don't want this in court. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to the stock market crash channel below in the pinned comment. Read my article predicting all the economic catastrophes and skyrocketing inflation, energy prices, gas prices, recession. I talk about all of that in my Federalist article below in the pinned comment, and unfortunately, we will experience a devastating stock market crash. We have a derivatives nightmare. I talk about all of that within the Federalist article below in the pinned comment. I'll be back in likely about 1 hour. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you. Share this segment everywhere.